I'm live. Hello, everyone. Just a quick conflab. Just still keep in touch, I suppose. Messages probably telling me that I'm going live. Sold the first 2 clues. Walked right by the chest. You won't find the chest where you're looking. If I told you the home of Brown, you go right straight to it. I think Forrest was trying to tell us something, but nobody was listening, and that's weird, really weird. Nobody will stumble on that chest. Blanket statement. You won't find the chest where you're looking. Blanket statement. About 4 years ago now. Hi Redneck, how you doing? Good to read you and see the hand. 4 years ago now, I was unsure how many people were in the chase as searchers or workers. I told Forrest as such. I can't remember the words I used, but and it's no different now. But for my tiny brain, it's difficult to comprehend that people don't understand those statements. It really is. It's hard to believe that people are really searching when they don't hear Forrest say, some people solved the first 2 clues, walked right by the chest. If I told you the home of Brown, you go right straight to it. Solve the first 2 clues, it's academic. Solve the first 2 clues, you're 50% there, metaphorically speaking. If you have the home of Brown, why are you worried about warm water's halt? If you know the home of Brown, why are you worried about the blaze? And my mind just can't comprehend the fact that if people are real searchers, especially those that say they've solved it, it's hard to believe that anybody entered the thrill of the chase in the way that Forrest meant it if you've got 9 locations. Solve the first 2 clues, walk right by the chest. It doesn't get any easier than that. It really doesn't. And then added to, if I told you the home of Brown, you go right straight to it. And people have 9 clues and say that they're the solver, and it just absolutely it blows my mind to think that they're real searchers. But then these same people say that I shouldn't be in the chase because I'm not American, or I'm worthless, or my opinion doesn't mean anything, or other things. And I just think, wow, it's a good job I'm not worried about, racist talk or anything. I was speaking to Dave and I said, the reason I did this is gone now. There was a hope that things would change, for my wife and that. But, my enthusiasm has waned a little, I must admit. Hey, Zozo, how you doing? Eto 5s. Boom. Hi, Nikki, how you doing? Yeah, so I was just saying about who was really searching and who was just, part of the game, as it were. Did you catch the treasure seekers? Shit. No, I didn't. Ben jumped on and brought a lot of interesting insights. No, I haven't. Like I say, I don't watch many YouTube shows, to be fair. I used to watch a lot of Rick Novak's and people like that, but I don't watch those anymore. I just haven't got the heart anymore. Now is your chance to move to the States. John Oliver loves it. Now it's whose chance? My chance. Right, okay. I'll bear that in mind. That one's worth a watch. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Ready? And I'll give it a watch. Shoot the shit show. Ben. So Ben bought the insights, not Greg. So I just go to the bit where Ben came on and then it should be good. Yeah, I just find it hard to believe that people can say the things that they say and say that I have nothing worthwhile to say, or that I shouldn't be in the chase because I'm not even American, and all I've tried to do is just like tell people the truth and point out the simple statements that Forrest makes and how it's possible that their solve is incorrect if they take those statements into consideration. 15th of August. One from yesterday, 15th of August. I'll just hit a time slip. Freedom of speech. Some people don't want to hear the truth. Yeah, these statements told me if I had a solve or not. And I'm trying to tell other people. And 4 years later, they don't listen. But if a person who set up a treasure hunt says to you, some people solve the first 2 clues and walk right by the chest of 9 clues. Solve the first 2 clues and walk right by the chest. And you won't find the chest where you're looking. Well, no, not if you go to clue 9 and they walk past it at clue 2. Probably not. It begs belief that if you're a real searcher, you don't hear that. Or if I told you the home of brown, you go right straight to it. Or solve the first 2 clues, you're 50% there metaphorically speaking. Or solve the first 2 clues, it's academic, or all of the other stuff. And it begs belief that people who have 9 clues, 9 locations, don't hear that. There was one spot that you had to be at, and it had to be nailed down. Not, you're nailed down. The nail down that Forrest Fenn was talking about, nailed down. And people were at that location. And Forrest said, people send me pictures. It's not, it's not here. You won't find it where you're looking. If you're looking here and you won't find it where you're looking, ain't there. But Forrest makes a statement that people sent him pictures of where they were, and they're at the right spot. His spot, the one spot out of all the places in the search states, one spot. They're at that spot. But they didn't understand the importance of it. Walked past the chest. 200 feet from the chest, didn't find it. I find it hard to believe that people don't listen to those statements. People send me pictures. So Forrest is expecting a picture of a place, a spot that he's talking about. He tells people they didn't understand the importance of where they were, which goes along with begin at where warm waters halt. If you don't have that, you have nothing. So the importance of the first clue and the importance of where they were, and they walked past it. Solve the first 2 clues, walk right by the chest. You won't find the chest where you're looking. I solved the poem. I have 9 clues, 9 locations. Well, you ain't going to find it at clue 9. No chance. So, 15th of April. Good man. That's better. God, I was a bit worried then. 15th of August. Very true, Nick. I have negative 60 plus. Come on, I read down to 100. That tells me at least 180 people did not like the truth. I don't know how you get 180, but yeah. 11 clues. Well, 11 clues. Yeah, but 2 clues walk past the chest. You don't need any more than 2. Hey, Tony. How you doing? Thanks. I'm glad to make somebody smile. 2 clues walk right by the chest. What are you doing with 11 or 9? 2 clues walk right by the chest. What? Which clue was the home of Brown? Which clue was the home of Brown? If I told you the home of Brown, you go right to it. Solve 2 clues, walk right by the chest. And people have 9 clues or 11 clues or whatever, however many clues you want. But solve 2 clues, walk past it. Just, hey Glenn, how you doing? Make me smile for 20. Oh dear. Hey, Mr. Tim, how you doing? Oh, you slimmed your name down to just Tim's Adventures. What was that? I can't remember what I've called you now. Gulliver? No. I can't remember what it was now. It was good at the time. I can't remember it now. Yeah, they walk right past it because the X on the map is completely invisible until the very end. But it still has to be 1 or 2. It can't be 11 unless 11 is back at 1. Damn, that is such a good tune. Good call, Tony. Hi, Wig. How's it going? Someone understood it. Hello, all. Hi, Mary. Someone understood it. Wig understood it. Hey, Mary. Which clue required you to be boots on the ground in order to understand that clue? No clues. No boots on the ground. If you knew the home of Brown, you go right straight to it. No boots on the ground. Go there. That's it. It's as simple gets. No need for all the whatever everybody does. I don't know. 160 down votes. Uh-oh. I don't get 160 views. I have 160 down votes. Huh? Can't remember. No, it's something to do with Gulliver's Travels. Tim's Adventures. I can't remember now. Lilliputians? No, I can't remember what it was. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Yes, it's a good morning now. 1:42 in the morning, but thank you. Correction, 180 down votes. Oh, it's going. Is that going up or down? 180 down votes. Had the craziest thing ever tonight, for me at least. I was late fishing and caught a gator. Oh. Yeah. Wow. That is crazy. Has anybody seen the video of that bloke who went in and saved his dog from the mouth of a gator or a croc? I can't remember what it was. But it had his dog and he went in, got a cigar in his mouth, grabbed the flipping thing, got his dog free. Good to watch. It was Tim K. Advent 4, I think. No, you were talking about something and we ended up with Gulliver's Travels. And it's something Travels, so Tim Travels, but I can't remember what it was. It was something travels as opposed to adventures, but something to do with Gulliver, the Lilliputians. Just like the stock market, it may be simple, but it sure ain't easy. No, we got it on video. Yeah, cool. Oh, you should post it. That'd definitely be worth a watch. Did you capture it on video, Frank? Would make a good viral. Uh-oh. What did Frank say? I thought Tim said it. Tim would make a good viral, yes, absolutely. Brave and in the wood. It was the only way you could possibly know there was wood in that spot. You could not experience that from your armchair. Well, Google Earth doesn't go down far enough is one statement that comes to mind. But you know where it is. So you go to it. It doesn't matter whether it's in the wood or not. You know where it is and you go to it. The boots on the ground is to go to it. There's no searching, you just go to it. So first clue, and then you go to it. Second clue, walk right by it. I mean, Tim, yes, you do. Thanks for the answer. Laugh out loud, I was worried that I'd get in trouble with game warden for grabbing it, but I need my back. You weren't, I don't know. Yeah, I think you should post it. Catch and release. Yeah, gotta have some guts though to want to do it. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I still have all my fingers. And your toes. Did you just let it go? Like, did you just get your hook and then put your foot up and off he went? Or did he sort of stare at you angrily and say, and your toes, yeah. Was he a nice little gator and did he go off peacefully? Was he snarling and angry? Invasive species are usually killed without worry. Go. Romance in the Stone. Yeah, I guess I might do so. You might get one boot out of it. I don't know if you get two out of it. How big was it? Wasn't that big, was it? Well, it wasn't 20 foot, 12 foot. Can't remember how big you said it was. That's it. 20 inches. Well, 10-inch a boot. Maybe. I don't know. They had a whole cart. Several, actually. Um, none of it was easy. I said it was simple. I was not going to America anyway, so there'd be no boots on the ground for me, after the one that I already did. There wouldn't have been boots on the ground for me anyway, but I could tell you where it was. And that's the chest, I keep telling people, whilst there was a chest to be found, and while Forrest was diabolical and wished he had lived to do the things he was attributed to, there was a secret treasure that Forrest hinted at. And I think all those people in the interview knew. even though they said no. It's like Forrest has done a treasure hunt. He wrote a book, poem, etc., etc., etc. Walks into an interview room and said, "Does anybody know about my secret treasure?" And they all go, "No." And not one of them says, "Secret treasure? What secret treasure?" Okay, maybe a wallet. Yeah, maybe a wallet. 20 inches, yes. Massive it was, wasn't it? Does your story get bigger and bigger each time you tell it, Tim? Is it 20 foot by the time you the end of the year? Georgia. He's in Georgia. Oh no, that doesn't sound too good, does it? Leave Georgia alone. It sounds like a released pet. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing those things. Oh no, there were dozens of them in the lake. The big one. Ooh. Tigger! There you are. I've been asking about you. I hope you're well. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you doing? It's good to read you. I wondered where you were. I thought, oh, something's happened to Tigger. And why were you fishing again? Yes, we are right at the, funny word swamp. My daughter went through an active shoot scare today at the high school. Police pointed guns at her and nothing is as it seems, Frank. That's the problem. What would he do? Hinted at. Oh, I don't know what he hinted at then. Thank you for telling me for a minute. I will listen to the rest tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you, Tony. And you too. Oh no, Frank. Glad she's okay. Yes. Glad that all of them are okay. Swatting is becoming. Here comes SWAT. Frank, that is traumatizing. Sorry for your daughter to go through that. But I think I said something like that the other day. It's like, why do some people just have to go through life at the expense of others' misery? Just absolutely crazy. Thanks for popping in anyway, Tony. I'm good. I've been out of town. Ooh, out of town. Hello, am I late? No, you're Queen. No, you're not late. Only 23 minutes. You don't miss nothing anyway when you come here. Yeah, I don't know. She handled it well, but some students were traumatized. Yeah, just I don't know. I don't get why these things happen. Wow, it is long time no see. How? Well, never seen you to be fair, but yeah, high five. How's it going? Good to see you. It's a problem in the States. Yeah, just yeah, but more often than not, it's not real. I understand. Well, is that what you're saying? That it happens because they're not real. It's not real. I don't get why people think that it's a good thing to do. Not only that, I don't think the SWAT teams are too happy doing all these fake, um, whatever they call them, exercises. That's crazy people. Absolutely, you've got to teach your kids how to fight back because the police aren't or injured or dead. Crazy world. And getting crazier. So Cynthia says that she has seen the video of FF and Jack at the attorney's office, and the soul If it were 9 Mile Hole, I think she would say so. Laugh out loud. Oh, I didn't know that either. It's not in my book. Don't know what that's referring to. Does that mean you really have a book? Or, in my book, I don't agree with it either. It's not in my book. But can you imagine if it was like, the boy who cried wolf? One day they didn't bother, they didn't bother going because, they're getting sick of people sending them out to nothing. Why would Cynthia be privy to the soul? I don't think she's saying she's privy to the soul, just that if the soul was mentioned in the office, F.F. Jackson's office and the soul. If the soul was mentioned in the office, then she had the video, she would hear. What? We all know pictures came from a video, so we technically have seen the video in some mannerism through stills. You've got to do speakeasy, Zozo. INFJ, I'm late for a very important date. Or a thermostat. Looking for some hot stuff, were you, INFJ? Fixing your thermostat. Hey, Davey B. It's always good to have you here, INFJ. And you're not late. No, I don't got to do anything. Maybe they should stop lying altogether. Well, and just stand up always. Or sit down. Oh, you mean a different sort of line? Having the chase is a good distraction from the news and world events. Yeah, I don't do news, to be fair. And I don't do weather, to be fair. And it always catches me out, but it caught me out even when, I looked at the weather, and it catches me out even if I follow the news, so I don't do it. The news is always doom and gloom, and now it's fake doom and gloom. Before it was bad enough, but now it's like, I don't even know whether to believe it or not. Chase is a good distraction, and soon it will be JCB. She was saying that Shiloh was threatening if it got out, but she said it wasn't much. Oh, Shiloh was saying to her that she shouldn't say. Davey. He's retracting. I wonder how anyone gets close to an 80-year-old man by just searching for a treasure. Gets close to an 80-year-old man by just searching for a treasure. Well, again, I'll go back to when I see the videos of Forrest. He didn't look 80. The Moby Dickens interview, he didn't look 80. And then when COVID hit and Cynthia gave him the toilet paper and he came out with a Billy the Kid hat, I think, or something. Something like that. Yeah, he looked old. It's like, wow, he aged quick. 1 minute he looked about 60, 70, and the next minute he looked old. Don't know. It just didn't seem right. I have removed my filters in order to ensure truth is the only thing I want to see and then tell. Charlotte isn't threatening anyone for anything. Tell Charlotte when I find a bronze jar, I'm going to publish that autobiography. Ooh. Well. Pirate, how are you doing? It's good you're here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Uh-oh. That can't be good. How are you doing, Mr. Pirate, or Miss Pirate, or Mrs. Pirate, or whichever of the 300,000 genders that there are? How are you doing? It was a Willy Wonka top hat. Was it? Nah. It looked more like an accordion than a Willy Wonka top hat. It looked like one of them funny name things. One of those that was on his desk, I suppose. It might have been, but it didn't look. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy for 5 leaf. Yeah, I noticed a rapid change in age too. Yeah, it was a little bit. So we do all these interviews, and there's this sprightly young man, and then Cynthia goes around his house, and I'm thinking, what? Hey, Mario, are you behaving? Yes, I am miss. I am misbehaving. How you doing, Trusted? No, I'm not behaving. Or behaving badly. I might be behaving badly. I don't know. Hey, Zozo, Bobby McFerrin was a good show. Don't know who that is. Yes, not too bad, thank you. Waiting for some sun. I was saying to Davey, we have had more rain than Noah, and I don't know where the winds come from. Our country, I think the north has come closer down, or we've gone further up, one or the other. Something isn't right. He made millions off that tune. Candy thinks that chaos is somebody. Candy thinks that chaos is somebody. Well, Forrest wanted to know who would help him. Chaos or embroidery? Who do you think helped him? I believe it was the top hat that he used to wear to the Mountain Man Festival. The pictures of it in Too Far to Walk. Oh, could be, Redneck. It just looked a little like, a little crumpled up. And the FF was sending coded messages during the scrapbook dump. I think, just my opinion. So the scrapbooks are supposed to last longer. I don't think the dump was done to give more information quicker. I think there wasn't that much information to be given. So I think the scrapbooks were already planned and ready, and there was no need for them to last as long as they thought they were going to be needed. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. Everything that Forrest did was information for whoever the finder was going to be. So if you could understand what was being said, then you're more likely to be the finder than not. And like I said at the beginning, Forrest made the statements that tell you that your soul could be wrong. And at that point, you should start again, another turn. It shouldn't be difficult to believe that if someone sold the first 2 clues and walked right by the chest, you won't find the chest where you're looking. If I told you the Homer Brown, you go right straight to it. it doesn't take much to work out what Forrest is trying to say. And then, along with all the other stuff, the little girl from India can't get closer than the first two clues, blah, blah, blah. It's hard to believe that people have 9 locations. It just begs belief that if you solve the first two clues, walk right by it, what are you doing going to 9 locations? And if you can go to it at the home of Brown, what are you doing going to 9 locations? Unless, like the lady in the interview said, do you find yourself doing the loop, Forrest? Oh, that lady's dangerous. Find yourself back where you started and blah, blah, blah. All of those bits of information. Ahoy, mighty pirate. FF entrusted people for Chase takeover and they took it too far. Then the SB dump contained information. Yeah, I think saying to Davey, who is a real searcher and who was in on the chase and knew about the poem, thought they'd solved it, thought they were getting something, those sort of things. Sophia, how you doing? I think the dump happened because we already knew someone had solved it. Yeah, pretty much what I was trying to get at. There wasn't any need to. I think the scrapbooks were already planned and they were going to last however long they were going to last. I think 2025 would have been a good end. But yeah, there was no need to to let that carry on. But that's just a guess. I don't know for sure. I believe the scrapbook dump was done once the find was imminent. It was like he was cleaning out the closet. Yeah, very similar to what we're saying. Yeah. But has to be done, and I would have done the same thing because then everybody gets a fair crack at the whip, even though, they might be behind whoever. I mean, Forrest said there is no lead searcher, but he asked K-Pro to define a lead searcher. It was after Redneck. After Redneck what? He was surrounded by spies. Oh, it was after Redneck. No, it was after Redneck. It was after Redneck. Hey, Woody, how you doing? Treasure finders? Wow. We good. He may have been trying to get the soul to hurry up toe-to-toe. He may have been. He may have been. He did say, big things in 2020. I think at the point he said something was the problem with the chase, and I'm not saying, I'm the solver, but the problem with the chase is it's difficult to know who to trust and what to say, what to do, because nothing's as it seems. So whilst you can believe, it's going to sound weird, but whilst you can believe words don't mean what you think they do, they don't. So it's difficult to have a conversation with people when words don't mean what you think they do. And Dell thinks that Jack didn't find the chest because it took him too long and he used Amen. We had that conversation as well, me and Davey. There is a specific avenue that Jack took, expressly stating, is this the chest that is in the Thrill of the Chase book? Not wanted to take the chest unless he had Forrest Fenn's approval, etc., etc., etc. So there was a certain avenue that was taken in order to move events along, or something like that. The scrapbook dump was before the November 2019 interview. Scrapbook dump I thought it wasn't much before that, though, was it? I thought there was still some left. 250 something, 54. What happened to all the surprises set for 2020? The solver with the solution. Well, the surprises, we didn't. He said big surprises in 2020. I think the fact that the chest was found was a surprise. That you got a finder. That Forrest passed. I thought it was quite a few. Don't trust anyone except me. Uh-oh. Who's me? Yeah, Forrest said don't trust anyone, not even him, I think he said. That was scary. Don't Can't trust the person who did it. As much as everyone thinks they know the timeline. Yeah, I don't think I know the timeline. I was saying, it doesn't make sense. This could have been done in, I can't remember what I was saying to David B about. 2010, go forward. 95. So 1995 onwards, those videos could have been done. And then he tells Ben 2009. That could make sense. Jack didn't know the precise spot, but found it anyway. He never said he solved all the clues. He figured out where Forrest wanted to spend eternity. Why it was special to Forrest. Yeah. Which Jack are we talking about? So, yeah, there's only one place that is special. But why? The gold nuggets is in his scrapbook. Sure hair, beautiful coloured slag on them. Yeah. Just slag means a totally different thing over here. Is it true, the unbrutal truth, that Charlotte knows a solution and note they stated it as the solution, not the solve? I don't know because I didn't watch it. But solution is the correct terminology because Forrest fans said Bible pressures for blah blah head ciphers won't lead you to the treasure, but they are offered as positive solutions. So solution in that context would probably be the right word to use. Jack was a funny play, and too bad people fell for it. Yeah, I think the idea I think the idea was that people did fall for it. Don't tell anyone who I really am. Playboy interview. Yeah, he had the same thing with Lorraine Mills, And who is the real Forrest Fenn? I hope nobody ever finds out. It's statements like that that make me think, are people really searching or just Forrest dared people come and find him, and nobody bothered to try and find him. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Who is the real Forrest Fenn? They all keep misspelling their names. The solver did just that too on a 2017 copyright. That one. Oh. Before my time, so it's not me. Charlotte apparently has seen the video. Everybody's seen the video. The misspelling involves a capital C. A capital C. I have to go. Oh, see you, Glenna. Thanks for popping in. Have a nice time wherever it is that you have to go. He said with the cipher, I had a positive solution. Who else got affirmed? Yes, you definitely have a positive solution. But so do head pressures and Bible verses and everyone else, which means you're only one of many. That's how it goes. It's just how it goes. Some people think that the Jack in the office and the Jack that met Copper Dan look different. Yeah. I thought that too. I don't think I saw any two pictures of Jack that look alike. See, his name's Jonathan. Jonathan Jack Stoof. The Bill. When did Forrest mention you? He didn't have to mention him. He mentioned the cipher would be a positive solution. So therefore, if you have a cipher, it's a positive solution. So by default, he mentioned 5-leaf. If you turn the handle to the music, Jack will jump. Jack will jump out of the box. Oh no, Pandora's box. Yeah, he probably lost 22 pounds and didn't know it, Tigger. I think a statement that says all of these solutions are positive is affirmation. It is a positive solution. You will find a chest. You just probably won't find the chest. So the way I see it, Forrest had lots of answers that people could find. And, people did. And still to this day, I don't know whether the real searchers, like 5-leaf, I don't know if he's a real searcher or not. I don't know if he was part of people that were in the interview. I know that these people are in the poem. And I know that they've got souls that are in the poem. And I don't know if they've have their own ideas that gave them that soul, were led down that route or whatever. But I do know that when Forrest says sold the first 2 clues, walk right by the chest, he means sold the first 2 clues, walk right by the chest. When Forrest says, if I told you the home of Brown, you go right straight to it, he means you go right straight to it. When he says solve the first 2 clues, it's academic. When he says solve the first 2 clues, 50% there, metaphorically speaking. When he says a little girl from India can't get closer than the first 2 clues. When he says if you have the home of Brown, why are you worried about warm water salt? When he says if you know the home of Brown, why are you worried about the blaze? He's telling you. I I think the thing that people don't get is the words don't mean what you think they do. If you just listen to that statement, the words don't mean what you think they do, and you read that poem and you have a solve based on those words, you haven't got a solve. You haven't. Those words, in my opinion, those words were meant to hide where the treasure was, not tell you where it was. I looked up all the words in the dictionary, especially the nouns. They were to hide where the treasure was. Otherwise, he would just say, I'm just using this as a random statement, begin at Madison River, begin at the Firehole River, begin at Madison Junction. He would say that. No different than the book. It can't be 9 Mile Hole because he wrote in the book about it. It can't be anywhere that you think in that poem because he wrote it. So it's not begin at where warm waters halt. You're reading it wrong. Those words are to hide what was done, not to tell you what to do. They're to hide what was done. He was hiding the answer, not giving you the answer. If you didn't look up all those words that Forrest Fenn said he looked up, he looked for all the words, as I've gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold, I can keep my secret where and hint of riches new and old. Looked up those words? No. Unless he was hiding something, he wasn't telling you, he was hiding it from you. The only way you're going to find it is to do what he did, to follow in his footprint. If you believe that those words tell you where it is, you're not going to find the chest where you're looking. It's a blanket statement for everybody. No one's going to find the chest where they're looking. How does Forrest know that? Because you're reading the wrong words. You won't stumble on the chest. Another blanket statement. How does Forrest know that? Solve the first 2 clues. Walk right by the chest. If you solve the first 2 clues and walk right by the chest, it is never going to be at clue 9. It's not going to be there. And if you look in there, it won't be there. That's how Forrest knows. You're looking in the wrong place. This is the anger in me. Sorry, from past events. Affirmation, confirmation, or different. Well, oh, big words, double eyes. How many other people showed Forrest a pictograph? How many? Probably loads. Probably loads. You might be surprised. But he did say, people sent me pictures of where they were. That's how I know, where they are. And he said, basically saying that they were at the right spot, but they didn't understand the importance of it. So you can start in the right place. Start in the right place. And if you don't have it nailed down, nothing. You can start in the right place. Be where he wants you to be. But if you don't have it nailed down, nothing. And you walk right by the chest. Which is basically what he's saying. Solve the first 2 clues. So they're in the right place at Warm Waters Halt. But they didn't know the importance of where they were. And if you do, maybe indifferent is a good word. Here's things that tell you linearly what an answer and what. Oh, don't know what that is. That's too big a word for me. I'm not reading them. I saw $7,000 and I can confirm definite no. Okay, being taught now. Yes, water halts when it freezes. I was at Beryl Spring, was it? Because of that. So is Durfell, little brown signs, which is a pretty good solve. But like I say, if you solve the first 2 clues, what are you doing at clue 9? I think FF showed himself in my book. And related himself to his shower walls. Could read till just before the end. Water halts when a faucet is turned off. Ooh. Logic spheres dictate that we've never seen a narrowing in the chase that led to one agreed upon answer. That's because all the answers are wrong or incorrect. If you're not going to find the chest where you're looking, what does that mean? People think, Forrest said, people think it's just a normal poem or something. But I crafted that poem. I crafted it. Felt like an architect. I built the poem. And people just read it, begin it where warm water's halt, take it in the canyon down, not far but too far to walk, or however they do it. But they take none of that into consideration. They don't take into consideration that Forrest looked up all the words in the dictionary, those simple words that nobody needs to look in a dictionary, especially, the fact that he learnt the English the way that he did. He looked up the words in the dictionary. Why? Nobody thinks what if. Nobody thinks, well, nothing's as it seems. I did a video and I was talking about, I haven't put it out, but trying to explain all of this stuff, to be fair. But we were having a discussion about hot beverage, and somebody asked me, how many sugars do you take in your drink? And I said 4. And you can imagine all the different responses to that. But nobody, a bit like the chase, nobody just stopped and went, 4? Why do you have 4 sugars in your coffee, Marion? And I would have told them, because my cup's this big and your cups are this big. So you could have 2 sugars in this cup and I have 4 sugars in this cup. And I could have been more pedantic and said, well, I don't actually take sugar, I take sweetness. But they didn't bother to try and find out why I had 4. They just thought, ugh, that's got to be horrible. That's got to be really sweet. No, my cup's like this. It's a big cup. Your cup's like that. A little cup. And nobody bothers to think in the chase, well, hang on a minute. Why does Forrest put 4 sugars in that? What's that statement all about? And nobody bothers to think that. And that's crazy. If I told you the Homer Brown, you go right straight to it. And people go past the Homer Brown. Hang on. Forrest just told you, if I told you the Homer Brown, you go right straight to it. And people go past the Homer Brown. Then Forrest says, if you know the Homer Brown, why are you worried about the blaze? And people go past the Homer Brown. And Forrest says, if you have the Homer Brown, why are you worried about where warm water's halt? And people go past the Homer Brown. And I'm thinking, what? How do you think your solve is correct when Forrest has made these statements? And then you add the 2 clues statements. What clue is the Homer Brown? In your solve, what clue was the Homer Brown? Begin it where warm water's halt is your first clue. And take it in the canyon down. Not far, but too far to walk. Put in below the Homer Brown. Not a put in, not a boat place, not a whatever. Put in. Done. Go to the Homer Brown. You won't find it where you're looking. You went, the end is ever drawing nigh. Well, you went no place for the meek. The end is ever drawing nigh. There'll be no paddle up your creek, just over loads of water high. And if you've been wise and found the blaze, which you don't have to worry about, because you know the Homer Brown. And the blaze is all way over there. If the blaze is 10 feet, from your Homer Brown, you've gone too far. According to Forrest, not me. And I just think, you're telling me you solve, you say you're the solver, and you ignore everything that Forrest said. Crazy. Crazy over you. Oops. Uh-oh. Always got right behind stuff now. Oh no. The front of cover TCAC is a film work and some my spring just got hot spring doesn't work because it's hot, not warm. Yeah, but what does warm mean? Warm means hot. He said, did the hot water affect the patina? That is true. So you cannot say you at the one point. F said the encyclopedia is never fun to read because the product printed British, German, Russian can hide secrets. It's the British new law. Okay, so let's make it more offensive. I'm not going to get involved in an argument. I'm whining and dining. Haha. The encyclopedia got me through middle high school. Path between the beginning and the end is too far to walk. Yeah, maybe you're not walking. I'm ready to slide down the rusty tube and get red all over. How deep is that hole? Um, Up you see it. Up you see it. It's the. Oh, I don't know what that is, Nikki. Full circle, and as to the bracelet, that was the only item in the chest that made full circle to complete the feeling to F. Jack saw it on the way back while stopping off at the National Forest before coming to Santa Fe. Candy thinks it's all CIA related and coded. Now CIA would ruin the fun. Well, there's a lot of stuff in that poem. As long as it is logical and you got me. But now providing the simple logic to show the oh dear. 1970. If this is this, then this must or must not also mean this. But if you look up the word this, it could mean that. If you notice everything is 1970. Sounds good to me. I like mine sweet. Yeah, 4 sugars, too many. The patina thing was a joke, man. Ah, was it? Who knows? That was the thing that Forrest did. He made you think. Nah, I don't think it was a joke. I think it was a hidden clue that he threw at us. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Someone took my cup and never gave it back. Yeah, River gave him his best. So he found it in a national forest, then stopped at a Walmart, grabbed a bottle of wine. Well, according to the poem, he did, yeah. Every segment seems to make more sense to stop through a national park. Oh, you are not telling me something I do not know. I have had that interaction for over 20 years, Five Leaf Blaze. Studying the foundations of souls, we can rule out practically all souls. We need to look past a single false relational statement. It's too clever for me, you lot. Don't get me started. My conspiracy brain will keep me going all night on CIA rabbit hole. Yeah, I don't know how Forrest did this. I have to admit, I have. It's beyond. Well, it's just beyond. Beyond. I've got no words. YouTube, not always. Same thing. Yes. As natives put say, keeping in pottery in the ground with a lid is not buried. And with a lid and no bottom, how deep is the hole? I don't even know what your book is titled. Something gold. I can't remember now. Praying for these, but no one hears me. Sorry, what did you say, Jason? I didn't hear. Welcome to the rabbit hole, Tim. Yes. I'm late for a very important date. Did he buy the wine at Walmart? I think he bought it in the poem, stayed at a hotel. Legacy of the Gold. I'll get you a pony instead. That's 25. He hadn't removed the chest the night he drank the wine. Yeah, you start thinking about that film where that little lad solves the code. Okay. Fed the pony? Maybe you need to express the pony. Pony Express. What are you going to sit back? What are you going to sit back in as you open the lid? Yeah, I just don't see somebody sitting with the chest on their lap and opening the lid. I don't. I think if you sat in a chair, it'd be on the table and you'd open it then. Like £40, £20, £40. Just nah. Depends if one goes blind opening the lid. My book has me with the chest on my lap. All nouns. All nouns are the answers. Persona, place, thing. F said you would sit back and open. Didn't say, oh, I didn't like it, though. Not sure what that is. Yeah, sit back and open. My chest is on my lap too, but that is. There's a visual there now, Nikki. Nikki Swan, I opened Pandora's box, and guess what? I threw the lid, so you will have to find it. It's already been found. They used it 9 Mile Hole. I'm old too and want to hide the gold again. The gold again. The gold went to Heritage. Heck, nabbit. There's a few hearts for everyone. And some flowers. I still don't know how to get the screen white so I can see what I'm actually tapping. Just guessing where they are. Yeah, I think simply found they found it in my hole. I'm old too and want to hide the gold again. Don't understand that. Excuse me. I'm old too. The plastic lid. Did you throw a plastic lid, Zozo? I don't think Zozo would have thrown a plastic lid. They weren't feds though. Very few. They were. Yeah, the thing with this chase is if if Forrest hid $1 million worth out in the Rocky Mountains and then kept the chase going, he'd have to have at least, I don't know, millions and millions just to do all of that. I think Cynthia's waiting for the shoe to drop on 9 Mile Hole. Almost plastic bags. If you missed the live Billy Joel 100th sold out concert, it's April 19th. That's a good date. I have to admit, Zozo, it's a brilliant date. I don't know about the concert, but the date is a good date. A really good date. Three D printed plastic. Not sure what that is. What happened? K-Pro was saying that Netflix doesn't believe 9 Mile Hole. I don't think anybody believes 9 Mile Hole. If oh, I'm not going to go there. I played Hide the Gold once when I was young. Did he get hit with an EMP? Did who get hit with an EMP? What proof of anything being found other than the proof of multiple chests? Just means the count will never be known unless you look. What's the meaning of the word several? More than two, but not many more than two. What proof of anything being found? Well, Forrest Fenn said it was found, so there's proof. I don't think we would be where we were if something wasn't found. No, just 2-gallon plastic tied off with a tough green band, and I did not have a knife, so I used a pair of sewing scissors. I don't know who she's talking to. Many more is the mother load. That date is special to me. Why is that a really good date? I'll be giving out too many secrets if I told you what was a good date. I don't know what I can say, what I can't say, Nikki. I would tell you, but as far as said, then I'd have to kill you. But it's a really good date. Really, 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 really. And there have been other good dates before, a bit like a leap year. Well, I knew K-Pro was going to get cornered. Well, she's got a show called K-Pro's Corner and not sneak a hoax past next week. What date? 19th of April. Maybe there never was a chest. Could it all have... No, I think there was a chest. There's definitely a soul for a chest. 100% a soul for a chest. That makes absolute sense. Well, 19th special. I can't say. It just is. Forrest never said it was posted online. Hear me all is 2.5. I don't know what that means. Forrest never said it was posted online. Hey, Golden Key. He's the man. April 19 is postponed. Is pond? Postponed. 2 chests is a working theory. Definitely 2 chests. A simple solve, a diabolical. I wish I could have lived to do the things I've been attributed to. And a secret treasure. That is the date nearest and dearest to my heart. Well, I wish you every happiness on that date. Was there something scheduled? Joe John! Woo! Mary, if we were to listen to all your chats, would one be able to find the location of Fenn? Yes. Well, he may not be Forrest Fenn. Who is the real Forrest Fenn? Why are the hairs in the chest, jar, whatever you want to call it? Netflix says the 20 storyline accuracy checkers. Yes, just got notice from Smith today. She never said from the horse's mouth that it was found. Shall I spend $1 million to sale Jack's treasure? One chest is real and one chest is book. 5 chests, 5 keys. Woo! Yeah, absolutely. 5 chests, 5 keys. In the poem, there's 5 chests and 5 keys. But 5 chests, 5 keys. And there's an office and a painting and a desk and all sorts of stuff in the poem. 5 Spanish trunks, 17th century. Yes, trunks, chests. 2 chests, actually. Tim Adventures, there are at least 4 found chests, copyright chests, museum chest, vendetta chest, chest. Handpicked his insiders, each one for a reason. I'm sorry, but yes, you called yourself such and such, and you called yourself such and such, and a necessary evil, and blah blah blah. Yeah, handpicked. There is already 2 chests. The museum is the same state as of the finder rock paper scissors. Same state as of the finder rock. But I have wondered why Capro went to the Colorado Museum in the secret upstairs doodah. Is the difficult but not impossible trunk usable this year? Is the difficult but not impossible? Possibly. Something ends the chase. So possibly this year. If something ends the chase, possibly. What do Spanish swim trunks look like anyway? So if you see an action series called Solver and nothing about Fenn, that's me. Ask Trusted. No, don't even go there. Don't go with the Speedos and Trusted. They look emerald and green. K-Pro, the 9-year PhD. Do you need a crutch? A crutch is a special place. Did you know that? And other things. So, Forrest I think Forrest was taking the mickey. It wasn't about the PhD. What was the 10 by 10 by 6? What could it be? Feet? Well, I'm worried Mario's had a critical failure of electronics. Why? I always do stuff in the dark. Although, I have had a critical failure of an electronic today. I had a CD that I wanted to play, and it was in the CD player. Simple task. You press the button, and out comes the CD. No, it wouldn't come out. I tried everything. In the end, I took it apart. Just to get the CD out. Anyway, I blew the CD player up trying to get the CD out. These things happen when you're Mr. Angry. We were thinking like a MacGyver shirt. Even McSolver impossible. Cheers, Wig. Thank you very much. And the same to you. The only search I ever called a genius was MEH. He certainly did. And even, it's like, who is involved in the chase? Like, who's the real searcher and who isn't? And I don't think I believed he was a real searcher, but I don't see how people wear those trunks without the tiddle. But if they're tiddlewinks, I don't think they're going to hang out, are they? So, searcher, but not solver. The $6 million solver. Oh, I think it's more than that. Who knew what Doug Preston's dad did for work? No. I didn't really look much outside the poem, so I don't really know much of anything that went outside of what I was reading. I don't think he included a name. I don't think he included a name. Well, he's not sure what that is. The only search F recorded in. Yeah, it did call MEH a genius. Secret solver. This improvisational. Stop using all them big words, Five Leaf. Improvisational sitcom action series. It does take a genius to do the homework, as it's all history of war over war, as in my war for me being in the middle is not always good. Double double. Secret solver man from back. Lawyer specializing in estate planning and trust services. This guy referred to MEH in a scrapbook. Secret solver. Peace block. Is slang. Well, further back in the barn as well. No, but I just figured out his connection with his brother. Are you talk about Doug now? He taught math in Japan, but the math teacher is. But the math teacher in New Mexico beat him to the ring. Fluent German, Russian. And Fenn speak. I forget Fenn speak. Well, I would think that he was fluent in Vietnamese and the places around there. He visited Pompeii as well, didn't he? So he may have some Italian. According to, what Forrest said. Italian. Oh, there you go. There you go. Italian. I'm just going to live my life and keep searching for answers. I don't have much hope I'll ever find a chest, but I do value our little chat, so thank you all, even though I think you're all. I can't be CIA, Tim. MI5, but not CIA. No art show without no. Exchange valuable art that's irreplaceable. Anasazi division. Fluent in Texan. Oh yeah. NSA, not CIA. Why'd you have so many? I don't think we have that many. If we do, they're all that secret that we don't know about them. Yeah. See, Forrest did mention something about that to be fluent in truth. Tricky Dicky. Uh-oh. We're not on about Richard Nixon, are we? Tricky Dicky. Secret solver. Fixer versus solver. I reckon, who do you want working on your car? My father said out of the blue. Why would he say that? Excuse me. Uh-oh. Where did that come from? He a scout or that requires getting to know who thinks you don't know. Don't know what that means. He a scout that requires getting to know who thinks. Yes, Anasazi division in my book. The Anasazi. End up round Eagle's Nest now. Could some of you be in a silver group? Oh, not a splinter group. A silver group. I think pure gold. It's impossible. No, stop that. When Forrest pointed out that some people wouldn't give answers, I think he was talking to the people that were already in the chase that, you know, and specifically probably those people that were in the 2013 interview and probably the other interviews after that. Splinter, yes, I think Splinter. CIA experiment. What, test tube trusted? Mary, you would never be a good code breaker. Just saying. Acronym is one of many in the same. Yeah, but if you know that you're trying to break a code, then that's one thing. But if you're just trying to read chat, you wouldn't expect there to be any. Yeah, see, you're just not writing properly. ILO think there was some covert ops happening with Forrest, but even if all of that was correct, it doesn't explain. Like these people talk about DB Cooper and the Omega Man, mind you, I did those sort of solves myself, but everything outside of that is pointless investigating because that, whatever that is that you're thinking about, is not going to be part of putting a chest in the Rocky Mountains or a secret treasure or whatever else. The idea is to find out who the person is that did this. And if you're looking at nefarious or clandestine or whatever people, that's hard to believe that that's going to be part of this. No, Bletchley Park for him. Science experiment. All these cool books have an Anasazi division lately. These posts. You did grow arms and legs and can walk in water and on land. Interesting. Well, you can catch alligators as well, so. Jack. Hey, Jack. Are you all in the Writers Guild? No, but we will spare for the author, as we have been told to do. Nice to see you, Jack, or read you, whichever Jack you are. Well, good night, folks. Tim saying bye-bye. That's the best type of. Thanks for popping in, Tim. Have a pleasant evening. The treasure did not have anything of veil. So if you pass this veil to the heart of the Creator, it's the initial wave up to seek. If you were going to create a treasure that could only be within four states, then why not leave? Can only be within four states, then why not leave it? No idea what that means. No, the tourist, the bull, 38 special guild, 5 round minimum membership fee. Oh dear. Secret Solver, Breaker. Titles are getting more intense, like the Bounce Bourne franchise. Yeah, thanks for popping in, Tim. Leave the alligators alone. I'm in a gilded cage, open to all states unless he wanted to see all passing each other. Hold treasure. Well, you know that New Mexico holds some because you put the jars or the bells, whichever one was whichever, and you know that the jars are somewhere. So the bells and the jars are somewhere, and they hold something. So it's quite possible that there is something in each state anyway. I heard something about a gilded lily. Well, the fleur de lis is always gilded in the sense of royalty, but sympathy for the devil. Ah, poor Pluto. Rusty cage for a tigger. Rusty. Are the bells and jars like the bronze box? Possibly. Possibly. The Texasist. You can't leave. The cage bird never sings. No such entity as the devil. The cage bird does sing. Uh-oh. Got a bit of a difference of opinion here. Yes, it is in Texas. It is, or he is. He took 2 neighboring states off from the 4 search states. Why would he? Why would that be? Hmm. Yes, he did. I often mention that there was 6, and then it went down to 4 that are just in a line. North of Santa Fe, probably. Are you cage bird, Sophia? Is she singing? Yes, I am. And she's singing. A hummingbird. Reference. Gilding the lily. Because it wasn't gilding the lily. That would be something. Well, Forrest did make mention of the guild in the sense of his books. You from back east? Absolument. Urban Dictionary reference. TL. Urban Dictionary. Did you look up all the words in that? I'm not a bird. I'm a tigger. No, I'm not a bird either. Doo-doo. Not a bird. I think there's a quiet conversation between Nikki and Sophia going on there. I think at the end of the day, I hope now most people know that it wasn't just about a chest and that, there was something more. And I'd like to say it's not long now, but something as a chase, and 6 states went to source. That's because it was too hard to find, I thought. Yeah. Well, if that was the case, it should have just gone down to 1 state because it was still too hard to find. I'm not a psycho, but a psychic. Oh, you kick size. You kick size. Good. I don't know what the good is for. No, it has to do with not finding what a person wanted, but finding value in the searching. Yes. Although I think, there was something to be found. Well, I believe there was a chest to be found. Absolutely believe there was a chest to be found. I believe the chest is going to go to the Smithsonian. I think that was the intended destination. But I believe there was a chest to be found. I believe the chest that was found, supposedly, that was in the Thrill of the Chase book, went to the Heritage Auction. That was the chest that was in the book. Maybe some diabolical goings on there. Search was worthwhile while being worthless if you get it. Yes. Special place. Well, I think it was a warm, comfortable, best place. Where a special place where in the world effort it could be hidden but not found. Yep. If you hid the treasure again in the same place, it would never be found. It will be corrected in time. The place takes time for legal action. Documents take almost a month to clear. Under your bed for 30 days. Value trusted. Value trusted. Value, 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 value. Psycho, psychic. Run, run, run. Run away. Clip, 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 clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Run away, run away. Oh, run, Forrest. I always knew where I was going to put it. Yeah, there was only ever going to be one place. Did the solver hide the treasure twice, already in the same hid place, and no one found it there yet? Yep. Yeah, I think. Yes, the meaning of the gilded lily. Nobody will ever find it there. It's not much different than you won't find it where you're looking. Worthwhile chase. Yeah, I think the chase that Forrest set up, I don't think anybody went to his spot and understood the importance of the first clue, and therefore didn't understand any of the hints and clues that he gave. If you knew the importance of the first clue and you had it nailed down, you would know solve the first 2 clues, walk right by the chest. You would know all of the statements that Forrest made regarding that. You would even know why, but terrorist camp with Marvel Gaze. I just find it weird that people say they have a solve and then you say, well, what about the terrorist camp with Marvel Gaze? Why is that important to your solve? It doesn't matter, does it? Well, it's in the poem. It must matter. There must be a reason for it. It's like there's only one way in, as far as I know, Forrest says. As far as I know. As far as I know. But people have got, well, Dave's got is in the car park. It's like there's only one way in. As far as Forrest knows, there's only one way in. So that means if Forrest only knows of one way, there's probably only one way in. There's probably only one way in. If your solve has more than one way in, no. If your solve is out in the open, no. As I have gone alone in there, confirmed, confirmed, however you want to do this, confirmed by, is it buried or not? What if the wind blew leaves in there and covered it? It's in somewhere. It's in somewhere. If the wind blew leaves and sticks or what, debris or whatever he said, the statement was, it's in somewhere. It's not buried. It's in somewhere. Uh-oh. Not plugged in. Battery's running low. Uh-oh. Why am I not plugged in? Dag nabbit. I thought I was plugged in. Battery's running low. Son of a bitch. Trying to find all the connections. Nope, still not lit. Oh, I might have to. Excuse me while I'm fiddling about. Talk amongst yourselves. Haha! There we go. I should have noticed that, to be fair. The light was off. And now it's on. And I have no idea. Oh, yeah. So it's in somewhere. It has to be. There's only one way in. And if wind blew leaves and sticks and debris or whatever and covered it, is it then buried? So therefore, it's in somewhere. If the wind's going to blow leaves and that in there. And people have got solves where it's out in the open. There it is under that tree. See that bloke walking past it? You see that girl walking past it? You see that woman walking past it? It's there. No. It's in somewhere. Because leaves are going to blow things. The wind's going to blow leaves in there and cover it, maybe. Is it then buried or sepultured? And I'm thinking, people don't listen to what Forrest says and then say they have a solve. And it's like, it can't be that solve. If what Forrest is saying is true, there is only one way in. And it is the same way out. True. Yes, there is one way in and one way out. 100% true. I'm back. Hi, Glenn. Ugh, I am geographically challenged and I don't know. Well, he did say topography wouldn't help, although for the Bailey beads it did. And the edge. But the geography, knowledge of geography or something, would help. Buried is subjective. It is a rock nook. A rock nook. The proof in the pudding is jello. Again, all that was Jack's never was. The family is not the owner, as they sale it for Jack. Prior to the start of sale, it took a mere million. Anyone could create. I don't know if it's me, but I don't read English. Is that they sell it for Jack? And is that recreate? Never was the family is not the owner as they sell that dimmed. Hidden, not buried. Yes. He said it was hidden. He said there was only one way in. But he said if leaves were blown in there, sticks and leaves, is it then buried or sepultured? I just looked at my battery. Yeah, it is at 24%. Yeah, I didn't look at mine. I just had something come up saying, your battery is running low. Oh, getting messages. The affidavits from Forrest to the court state the answer to the poem are in that book. The real affidavit would say, my book, in that book. Well, that book, he had 3 books in his chest. 3 books in his desk. And a project that was unfinished. He didn't think they might be finished. They could well be finished. And they could be in that book. The answer to the prune could be in that book. That was in his desk with the other 2 books with the project that was unfinished. There is only one way in to be granted permission. Don't know about that. What's the most important clue, Forrest? It's the last one because it gives you the treasure. Yes. If it is a rock nook, which it really is, how could 9 Mile Hole fit? It does not. No, 9 Mile Hole does not fit. It fits the poem. Very well. It fits the poem. Oh, I've got something to do. Be right back. Okay, good luck with whatever you got to do. It's a rock nook. A rock nook, which it really is. It really is. I don't think, if things aren't what they seem, I don't see why people are worrying about trying to work out whether 9 Mile Hole is real or not, because things are not what they seem. So why are you trying to prove that, or why are some people trying to prove that 9 Mile Hole is either correct or incorrect? Because if things aren't what they seem, you already know it's incorrect. It's not what it seems. So the idea seems to be to beat Doug to the authorial punch for the chase novel. Then it would say those books, but the trail was only the one to find the answer. He never referenced his as that. Yeah, if there's going to be a solve, it's only going to be in one book. One solve in one book, and other stuff in the other books. So if he's talking about the solve, he's going to say the solve in that book. The one book that the solve is in, not the 3 books that have got other information. But I don't know. That's just what I think. Can see whose words they are. Not. There is a cipher on the inside cover that gives the best hint as to the treasure in the gold. You on about the ID card or something else? There's a cipher on the inside cover that gives the best hint as to the treasures in the gold. If you are still looking for answers, it makes you a searcher, not a finder. It's a good statement. Oh, you're not on about the ID card. So the ID card has information on it that helps with a location. Yeah, a book needs to be part modern Western and part to reach beyond just Chase Community. It'll still have the solve, though. Not looking for answers here. No, I don't think you are, Sophia. I don't know. I think confirmation is the best way to put it, not answers. So the answers already have confirmation of those answers. The best book is a non-searcher book. It's illegal for any dying person to make a legal affidavit right before death, as could be coached or incapable of knowing at all. No, that helps. If I finish my dinner, I will be 2 pounds heavier temporarily. What if you don't finish your dinner? Will you only be 1 point something? Depends how much you eat, doesn't it? You weighed your dinner. I think in all of this, Forrest has, well, he said try to think of everything. But each course of action, probably from 2008, maybe even before then, has been planned, even for his death in 2010, has been planned to the smallest detail, and it's amazing. I guess because it may be £3. Oh dear. You people trying to get my reading way out of whack. So is that supposed to say I can agree? So I can agree. I can agree. It is not the location of the find. So I can agree. It's not the location of the find. Good news. If you just went to the bathroom, there's a chance of £2 light. Or £3. Problem with the books right off is always if the author's trying to say they're smart, and B, lack of content that takes you on a flight across lands of a place. Trusted jump in the pool and you lost half your body. Cheers, Zozo. So I agree. That is why my book gives the reader the responsibility to determine value. Well, I'm not sure Forrest knew the exact value of his treasure. But one thing, especially when it started, but one thing I am sure of is he said, when it gets to 10 million, I might take it back. Now, there is no way that treasure is worth 10 million. The gold that you saw, the jewels, blah, 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 they ain't never going to be worth 10 million in Forrest Fenn's lifetime. So why would he make a statement like that? Heavy loads and water high. Forrest Fenn's real identity got found out using the poem. Reward money? Oh, until then, only you, me, and the governor all know about it. Alias Smith and Jones. Intrinsic and numismatic values fluctuate. No determined value. Yeah, but he didn't want to say how much the treasure was worth and didn't put a price on how much the treasure was worth. But it was never going to be worth 10 million in his lifetime. Never in a million years. Well, in a million years maybe, but it was not going to be, that's a statement you make for a different reason when it gets to 10 million. Oh, excuse me. I suppose I better go in a bit. It's 3:23. Oh, 3:23. Legacy is about the gold and not a searcher's journey. It gives FF, the man from the east, epic journey and fun. But I did not give someone else the copyright. It is my writing. Ooh. Sophia Champion, FF. Its identity. Actually, Chinese and Maya artifacts are not collectibles right now. That's a good formula, Sophia. A modern writing technique is where authors give all possibilities and then rule them out. You people do smart for me. When it gets to 10 million, he will go back and get it himself. Yeah. Yes, which begs the question, how is it going to be worth 10 million? There's only gold and jewels and stuff like that. And if it was worth 1 million when he hit it in 2010, it would have to go up a million each year. I don't think that's going to be the case. Forrest made the 10 million statement because Toby claimed he knew an auction house representative and claimed chests would sell for about 5 million, maybe 7. Yeah, but there is a reason why he made the 10 million statement, other than that. And he wasn't guessing 10 million. When he gets to 10 million, he wasn't guessing the 10 million. I can tell you the date that it got to 10 million. If you took every word F wrote or said, you would clearly see the double of the same word used in other references. Full circle. Yeah, he did say he's talking in circles. History of history over history. Authors stated that it is interesting that the story is from the point of view of a non-human. The 10 million is for the family part. A family man, if you push me too far, I just might. What are we talking about? Walking on water or being asleep on a boat? Both. Asleep on a boat, dreaming of walking on water. Fishing, of course. FF's passion. You never know the catch fishing. We've got to share in his passion, he told us. And share in my adventure, he told us. But who is the real Forrest Fenn? A passion worth 10 million in memories. Eating more ravioli. Oh, ravioli. Back. Orica. That bronze beauty was just John the Wood. And there was a feeding frenzy. Absolutely. I made cream Tuscan chicken. Oh, come on now. Stop it. It's 3:27 in the morning. Making me hungry. I don't know. Normally, if I'd been to a nightclub and that, I would, just go and get something to eat. Why can't I just go and get something to eat now? Make no difference, would it? Oh, it sounds good though. Tuscan chicken noodles. Yep, definitely hungry. What did I have? Oh, I had spaghetti today. Spaghetti. Seafood carbonate for me tonight. Seafood and eat it. Between two narrow canyons is the tightest timeline of geese. I don't know. I'm missing words. It don't make no sense. FF's identity at 13 years old is perfect for a middle school teacher. The chase was a fishing expedition, in my honest opinion. When I learn how to travel, or when I learn how to time travel, I will place a treasure in the future on a specific date and give all of you the clues to get there 10 years before. When I learn to time travel, I will place a treasure in the future on a specific date and give you all the clues to get there 10 years before. That almost sounds like something Forrest did. Oh, yes. FF was a good guide. Yes, he did say he was a good guide. I wonder if he ate those, were they pancakes? I wonder if he did the Riverton thing and ate the pancakes. I know he drank the kerosene. Was it kerosene? Whatever it was. But no, kerosene can. And he drank the porcupine tea. First light is a major clue as the sun will never be in the same spot the rest of the day or night. Well, the sun won't be there at night, definitely. That date is in the thrill of the chase. Oh, yeah. I time travel all the time. It is just the button. Beam me out of here, Scotty. He does not want- She cannot take a cup. Thanks, FF. Yes. Thanks, Major Forrest Burke fan. Indirectly. Yeah, I don't know how this poem was done. I don't know how the chase was done. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know. That I don't know. It seems like it had to take 30 years, not 15. And I don't know, a bit like Josh Jordan's videos. They're all over the place in timeline. Like he changes from young to getting older, and I don't know. I just don't know how it's done. It's like watching a magician like do all the tricks, and each one that's done, you just get more and more amazed. And yet you know what's going to happen. You just don't know how he does it. Point is, the higher you are in elevation, the longer sun should be, but not true. Just use Eric's Sloan. Oh, that's almost like just use the force. Just use Eric's Sloan. I just ignore him. Uh-oh. Does the rocky time have darkness time if all is the same till sunlight? Chance task means you had to begin it in house. Paraphrasing, no matter how much you plan, that day always seems faster than expected. Yeah, you're saying what Forrest said, aren't you? Was that just you, David B? I think Forrest said something like that, didn't he? I don't know where I'm going, but I know I've got to get there. June 6th, any year. This year? Maybe it was June 5th. It doesn't matter because I visit Walmart in June. She was one of the people I found in the poem as well at Walmart. What's her name again now? God, it's gone out of my head. I can't remember her name. She was one of the first people I found. Can't remember her name. The owner of Walmart. Forgot. In the high 70s and sunny. God, I wish we had that. We're probably in the high sevens and very windy and cold and horrible. I think there's only one season here now. It's winter. I think it's getting different. It seems it's been so wet. We've got a little bit of sun that came out, but it's been so windy. I mean, really windy. Like, blowing stuff over windy. And the chill in that wind is amazing. Oh, the cottonwoods. Now there's a solve. And a wall, a stone wall behind that tree. See, to move away, more reasons. Yes, to move away. To lift this godforsaken land. Yeah. But it'd have to be a warm place. I'm waiting for the fat lady to sing, not a bird. Me feel like fat boy now. We don't want to know your personal desires, trusted. Squeal, piggy! Have you lived there all your life? Here? Me? No, not in this place. Forrest knew where I lived. He wrote it all in the poem. I don't know how. Don't know how. I really don't. He even has me at this address. That's crazy. Crazy. Yes, in the UK. Yep. England through and through. It's been the bane of my life to try and convince people that I'm English. Because mom and dad are Italian. It's like, yeah, but my culture is English. My whole outlook on life and everything has been, through English eyes. There is nothing Italian, that interests me, that I'm bothered about at all. So throughout my life, it's like Is mum and dad Italian? Yeah, well, you're Italian. No, I'm English. Fly me to the moon. Woohoo! When does the fat lady get to sing? Well, when the God candle happens. When you burn it at both ends. I know, when fly me to the moon. Clump of a boot. When does the fat lady... Is she warming up yet? She should be warming up now. Yeah, I lived in England all my life, yeah. It's all scripted, Mario. Yes, it's all scripted. It's crazy. It's... I get that it's scripted. I don't get how he knows. I don't get... Even if it was pure fluke, the information about me, even if that was pure fluke, how does he get it in the poem with all the other stuff? Like, even if it was pure fluke about me, how does he get everybody's name in the poem that's in the chase? How does he write about the artist? How does he write about his family? How does he write about Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett? And how does he write about the Umtiti River and the Umtiti Mine and another funny name river and the Hanging Tree? Just that jump, Donald Chester Stiff. How does all of that get in that poem? And that is not including DB Cooper. Strange. Secret information, I suppose you could say. Strange. Well, redactable information, I suppose. Our lives are scripted. High hand. We just play the roles. Yep. Well, I'm playing my role, but I'm not sure if I'm improvising. I've tried to be true to me by not, by not saying nothing to people who may be real searchers, who believe that Forrest is a fraud, blah, 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 blah. To try to tell them that, it's not. But I'm not 100% sure that, Forrest would want that. But I can't just sit and not do nothing in both ways, by convincing people that Forrest is not a fraud and by trying to help them, have an easier 4 years. There is nothing fraudulent about the chase. I don't see anything fraudulent about the chase. And I see all the information that's given is in the poem. Everything that has been talked about, everything is in the poem. Even the little things that Cynthia did going to Totem Cafe and crossing the Madison and to the Long Flat Island, whatever, with K-Pro. Even those little things are in there. And Ben, Ashley finding the ice cream lid with the two theirs, and it's like, those things have to be given to Ben and Ashley for them to say it in order that it's in the poem. I can understand that. But the other stuff, I can't understand it. AI, well, I thought that, but this was done years and years ago. And, AI, I don't think AI is that good now, let alone then. Yes, pretend to be him. Yep, sadly, some in the middle didn't get that together. Did he write about me? Yeah, you're in there as well. Your name's in there. Your soul's in there. I didn't read into your personal life. Like I said, I don't want to read. I could have read about my wife, I suppose, but I didn't want to read in there because I don't want to see stuff that you know I wanted to know. But yeah, you don't want to read too much. It ain't over yet. What do you mean? What do you mean it ain't over yet? When the fat lady sings, when is that? Can she even sing? DBC is Bill. DBC is Bill. DBC is Bill. DBC is Bill. That is in. I don't know what that word. Last words. DBC. DCB. Well, one is DBC. The other's DCB. Don't know. Apparently, she is in a cage with a bird. That must be those two parrots or whatever that we was talking about with the red feathers. Is the caged bird, is she the caged bird or with a caged bird? Everything to know can be accessed in the Hall of Record, the classic records. She's with the caged bird. Edgar Casey, yeah, he said some stuff. Mario Redding said some stuff. Nostradamus said some stuff. I always forget that woman's name. The blonde one. I always forget her name. And that's got A's and B's in it, I think. Forrest played awake from 7 to 8 a.m. But he was really awake. He did say he would not have to get out. He could lie there. Is he lucid dreaming and trying to get into my dreams? Because I'm having some weird dreams lately, and I never normally remember my dreams. Chicken bones, them bones, them dry bones. Shake up the bowl and read. Yeah. I did a video on that. No, keeping the bird company. Yeah, the embellishment is part of it. The story is part of it. It's hard to know which is worth knowing and which is not worth knowing. The Sleeping Prophet, Edgar, Nicky Swan, quit. Quite a story. Do we have to go to the opera, to hear the fat lady sing? The Oprah Winfrey or the opera? DBC, knew the shoot keepers on the packs, smoke the man that packed his shoot. Phantom of the Opera. Why does she bother to be in the cage with the bird? Chance. Back again. Oops, Tigger's back again. Why not leave the cage and the bird? You still got the woman. Forrest said that the fat lady was going to sing. I'm sure he said CNN and K-Press channel. Although, Grapevine tells me that it's Ben and Shiloh and Solver and some weird things. Hang on, we're getting a bit. What's her name now? Is the bird male or female? Jumping out is not the same as ejecting out. I've always said jumped. Did he? I'm trying to work out. He said his canopy was smashed. Did he say jumped? Went from a bailout procedures. Bailout procedures. I don't suppose you know what bailout means. Is FF a bird? Well, he's a flyer. And he was in a bird. One bird as FF is not FF. Yeah, I thought ejected. The canopy was shot. He went through his bailout procedures. I can't remember saying jumped. But as always, I could be wrong. Roadrunner. Hey, that guy. A New Mexico bird. Beep beep. I thought you'd gone beep beep at least. Keys, it's a beautiful day. We are somewhat delayed in responses. Somewhat. Do you remember of the G suit being so? Yes, again, the G suit. So sweet. Already beyond. He lost his helmet, but not his hat. I thought a G suit was a gravity suit. I thought that was for high altitude. Is the bird dove? Peace, man. There's Pirate with his piece. An ejection seat shoots the seat out of the plane with a cannon to clear the vertical stable on the back of the plane. Yeah, it's a bit. I think it'd be a bit scary to jump out of a jet. I have to admit, it would be scary to jump out of a tiny biplane. But to jump and not get hit by the plane just seems like, no, you ain't going to do that. Ain't gonna happen. If the bird is a dove, it is the emerald and gold ring, and she is the solver. Both are trapped. If I were to jump out, what others do you need? If you're about to jump, not getting that either. Neither of those. If the bird is a dove, it is the emerald and gold ring. Oh, the emerald and gold ring. And she is the soul. Both. No, both. So both. The dove and the solver are trapped, or the emerald and gold ring. If the bird is a dove, it is the emerald and gold ring. And she is the solver. That makes it one, doesn't it? If the bird is a dove, it is the emerald and gold ring. So the bird is the ring, and it is the solver. So that's just one thing. But both are trapped. I don't know. Trying to confuse me here. I'm just losing the stone out of the emerald. Let's just throw out the emerald and gold. The stone emerald ring. The stone emerald gold one. Too close to the real solution and more than one mortals. As I've said, it's hard to know what to say and what not to say. I have several birds. Not sure I need metaphors. Well, it's 4 a.m., so I think that'll do me. It's only going to be a quick little chat to turn into a long conversation. I thank you all. 32 people? 32 people in 2.5 hours. Oh, just exactly nearly 2.5 hours. Nearly 2:32. So thank you all for joining in this wonderful chat. I can't believe there's 32 people here. The moon was needed for the long walk. They arrived with the peach trees by the moon sliver. Moon sliver, moon sliver. Is that the pink moon? Thank you, Tigger. I'm glad you are well, and I'm glad you're back. Thank you, Glenna. I was getting a bit worried, wondering where you were. I did ask MJ, I think, or someone, if they knew you, to say hi and see how you were. Good night, peeps. Thank you, Woody. I remember everything you have ever said in chat. Me? Not much then. You're none the wiser then. Thank you all. Been fun. Time soon to. Ah! There's a sound I haven't heard for a while. Let's water them trees. Go, Forrest, go. Thank you, Pirate. All good. Thanks, Redneck. Zozo, Sophia, Nikki. Bye bye, birdie. I remember everything you have not said. Cheers. Yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't said, although I have said it, just, not outright. I don't think there's much longer. I could be wrong. Again, it's about something as a chase. We believe that it's going to be something big, very big. I don't know. So, thank you very much. Thank y'all. Be safe and good night. The big thing is the lady, she is fat. The big thing is the lady, she is fat. See you, Nikki, thanks. Lots of hearts. Get them all. And some flowers. You guys got some flowers. Sorry if you got hay fever. And some smiley faces. Thanks to all my moderators. We've had a good crewing tonight, so I really needed you. Oh, no, Richard. And no Hooskadoo. Although, might have been Jason. Who else? To the people that missed. No MJ. Take care, everyone. I was going to get some sleep. Ciao for now. Be safe.